What I would do if I were president today is I'd draw between 40 and 50,000 troops down initially. I'd do it out of the north and the south. I think that both the Sunni and the Shia leadership need to be convened and told that we're going to be leaving Iraq, and we're going to do it in an orderly way. We're going to make sure they know every step of the way exactly what we're doing. The goal will be to have combat troops out in roughly a year. I think it's critical that as we do this, that we convene the other countries in that region to help stabilize Iraq, and specifically Iran and Syria. That I think both those countries have a clear interest in a stable Iraq. They don't want refugees coming across their border. They don't want to be destabilized economically. And in the case of Iran, if this conflict spills outside the borders of Iraq, they are a Shia country in a Sunni-dominated Muslim world. So it puts them very much at risk. So I think they have an incentive to help stabilize if we're leaving. I think right now they have little incentive for that, even though the Iranians have been fairly supportive of the government itself because it's a Shia government. I think as those things are happening, the redeployment, most of the troops should be coming home. But some troops, I think we need to maintain a presence in the region. Some troops need to go, I believe, to Kuwait. We're probably going to need to help stabilize what's happening in Afghanistan, which is moving in the wrong direction now. And I think we ought to have a naval presence in the Persian Gulf. The other thing that I would do as president is we have to prepare for the worst, which we have not been doing in Iraq. And there have been huge consequences from that. And so I think the president has a responsibility to figure out what the plan is if things go really south. You know, if in fact total civil war breaks out and it becomes completely chaotic, what is the plan for containment? How do we make sure that that civil war does not spill outside the borders of Iraq? And that's a very, very difficult task because historically these civil wars are difficult to contain. But there are strategies for dealing with it, and we ought to be prepared, us, and also dealing with the international community, prepared to do that.